Jeremy Clarkson's co-star Harriet Cowan shares harsh four-word verdict on the TV host. Jeremy Clarkson's Farm co-star Harriet Cowan has opened up about their time on the Amazon Prime Video series and issued a brutal verdict on the TV host. Harriet Cowan has taken a cheeky dig at her new TV co-star, Jeremy Clarkson, whilst discussing the presenter's farming methods. In a candid interview, Harriet, who has become Clarkson's Farm's latest breakout sensation, revealed how she landed her role working alongside Jeremy on the massively successful Amazon Prime series, which has now reached its fourth series. The rising star had already begun building her fanbase before her television breakthrough, racking up an impressive 40,000 TikTok followers, now soaring to 730,000 through her tractor-focused videos. Her journey onto Clarkson's Farm also kicked off via social media when she was contacted by the production team. Harriet revealed how they were seeking someone to come and help, reports Gloucestershire Live. Speaking to the Sunday Times, Harriet explained, "Charlie, Ireland, Clarkson's land agent, let me know they were looking for someone to come and help. I think they were keen for it to be a woman who could do that role and show they could do it well." The agricultural expert then shared her impressions of Jeremy, confessing she wasn't particularly acquainted with his previous work, though she'd certainly heard his name, remarking that she wasn't really into the cars. She described Jeremy as being very much like every other farmer I've ever met, and very much willing to learn. He wanted to do well by the farm. In a particularly cheeky observation, she quipped that, "He's got the physique of a farmer." The 24-year-old nurse and farmer, Harriet, filled in for Jeremy Clarkson's usual sidekick, Caleb Cooper, from the renowned Diddley Squat Farm in the Cotswolds, while he was away on a live tour. Derbyshire-born Harriet chose dual career paths, inspired by her parents. Her mother, a nurse, hoped she would follow in her footsteps, whereas her father manages the family farm. After graduating from the University of Derby in 2023, Harriet now juggles full-time nursing with helping out on the farm, using social media to shed light on the realities of farm life. Her stint at Diddley Squat Farm saw her tackle tasks ranging from animal care to fence repairs. She has also expressed that she'd be very open to returning to the farm should Jeremy require her assistance again. In his Sunday Times Magazine column, Jeremy Clarkson shared insights into his farming journey, pinpointing what he finds to be the most difficult thing within the industry, admitting there are still elements he fails to grasp. Despite being a seasoned presenter on the Grand Tour, Clarkson confessed that certain aspects of food production baffle him, such as not knowing how to turn a pig into a sausage, and stating it's even worse with cows. Yet, one challenge reigns supreme as the most difficult for him, but by far and away the most difficult thing would be turning my wheat into bread. This is something that has fascinated me for years because how on earth did anyone figure it out? Clarkson's Farm star Harriet Cowan gives verdict on Jeremy after worst year. Harriet Cowan, breakout star of Clarkson's Farm, has given her verdict on Jeremy Clarkson's farming skills. Former Top Gear host Jeremy has been documenting his work on his Diddley Squat Farm on the Prime Video series for a number of years now. But he recently admitted he expected this would be their worst year ever. Now, 24-year-old Harriet, who appeared in the fourth series and became a hit with viewers, has given her thoughts on Jeremy. And it appears he's got a gold star. She said that he was very much like every other farmer she's ever met, adding he was very much willing to learn. Harriet told The Times, "He wanted to do well by the farm. He's still very much grounded and he doesn't let the fame and all the publicity get to him." The farming beauty was only a temporary addition to the Clarkson's Farm cast. She was brought in to replace Jeremy's right-hand man Caleb Cooper, who was on a UK tour at the time. But she was an instant hit with fans, and they've been begging Harriet to return for future series ever since. Sadly for them, it appears it's completely out of her hands. She recently said on BBC Breakfast, "We've always left it very open. I'm here if he needs me, but no plans at the minute." Harriet added, "If he needs me, I'm here." Jeremy recently opened up about the struggles he's facing on his farm due to the soaring temperatures in the UK this year. He said, "Last year, it was the second worst recorded ever, and we think this year is going to be even worse because it just hasn't rained." Jeremy further spoke of the most difficult thing about farming in his Sunday Times column over the weekend, and it's all to do with butchering. He said, "It's nigh on impossible to deduce which bits are used to make steaks and which are for mincing and whether that bulbous-looking thing is incredibly tasty or a bowel." He added, "But by far and away the most difficult thing would be turning my wheat into bread. This is something that has fascinated me for years because how on earth did anyone figure it out? Jeremy Clarkson labeled an egotist and show off by former Top Gear presenter. I don't like him. Jeremy Clarkson's former Top Gear co-presenter Steve Barry has branded the broadcaster a massive show-off in a brand new interview, but that doesn't take away from Barry's respect for his former co-star. In an interview with The Telegraph, Barry explained that Clarkson was an egotist, and while they never became friends after the 6 years they spent working together, the TV presenter said he respected him. "Do you know what? I've said I don't like him, but I respect him," Barry explained, noting that he believed Richard Hammond, James May and Clarkson left the show at exactly the right time when they departed the series in 2015. He added, "There was still an engaging watch, but I thought when they quit, that's good timing." After the trio left the BBC series, they were replaced by Freddie Flintoff, Chris Harris and Paddy McGuinness in 2019, but the show was eventually put to rest after Flintoff's crash that left him with life-changing injuries. Since Clarkson, Hammond and May left the BBC series, they have gone on to receive acclaim on Prime Video's The Grand Tour, which came to an end last year. He explained that in real life, Clarkson is a less bombastic version of that person that you see on the screen, adding, "You couldn't act that persona for all the years that he has, but he is kind of like that." Barry added that feelings of animosity were mutual between the pair, but that Clarkson did once make an effort to chat to him at a car show. Clarkson said, "Barry, people know we don't like each other, I'll buy you a pint and we'll stand over there pretending we like each other," he added.